What's up, guys? It's your boy Mahatma Gandhi, back with some more Choices That Matter, and the sun went out. And in the last episode, we finished up what we needed to do in Australia, and now we're in Tokyo, Japan, to help out Etienne find Victor Santiago. And right now, we don't know where he is, and I'm fearing the worst. So right now, we're going to be hacking into the CCTV cameras to see if we can see if Etienne was kidnapped or something like that. So let's continue. Modi says, yes, teacher. Within 10 minutes, Modi had given me access to the hotel cameras. I cycled through the different feeds, looking for a familiar face. Come on now, I know he's here. Sharon woke up while I was still working and joined me, watching the feeds. Oh my god, Sharon, I can't see him anywhere, Sharon groaned, leaning back in the chair. You don't know what he looks like. He's got to be in one of the bedrooms, but they don't have cameras in them, I reasoned, rubbing my sore neck from leaning over the keyboard. Teacher, there's an email from Miss Montague. Oh, no, she gonna be mad that I'm not in Indonesia right now. She says that Mr. Santiago booked a ticket to Peru. Did Chrissy go back to Peru? Has Chrissy gone back to Peru? Sharon stood suddenly, flipping her chair. Son of a... But he did not get on the flight. Based on our information, Mr. Santiago is still in Tokyo. After a pause, Sharon picked up her chair and replaced it, sitting down calmly. Good, she said curtly. Yeah, you better calm down. Now, if only we knew where Etienne is, I quipped dryly. Come on. Mr. Etienne's phone is ringing you, teacher. Oh, no. I don't know who you are, but I want $20 million in briefcases and deliver it to... My phone buzzed. Come on. Please be you. Etienne, are you alright? I'm gonna worry. Are you at the hotel? Etienne asked. I shared a shocked look with Sharon. Was that all he had to say for himself? Yeah, we were worried about you, I answered. You weren't at the airport. Come to my room. Oh. Whoa. Hold on. Hey, Sharon. Get ready. He told me his room number and hung up. I stared at the receiver. Let's go see what he wants, Sharon said, standing. His room was on a different floor, and we tried to appear casual as we wandered to his room, though I wanted to run ahead and throttle him for worrying us. As soon as he opened the door, though... Oh, no. Mr. Etienne, what happened to you? No! Someone did something to him! You touched him! How dare you! You have messed with the wrong one! No, what did they do? What did they do? Can't be that bad. It cannot be that bad, okay? Don't worry now, alright? Stop worrying. I second that, Sharon said, stepping forward. Was it that Drongo Santiago? What? No. Come in, he urged. Etienne's face was bruised all down the left side, his eyes swollen. We stepped into the room. His bed was unmade. What the hell? What? Who the heck? If it wasn't Santiago, then who did it? I'm sorry I wasn't at the airport, he smiled sheepishly. Hey. You got your ass whooped by somebody. Hey, that's an excuse, okay? Yes, because that's what I'm worrying about right now. Yes, he sighed. I was with the Aetherites, he explained, sitting down. Sharon and I followed suit. What did you say? What did you say to them? Did you just say that? Whatever this is, that this is not a real science? We were attacked, I guess, he sighed. The building was blown up. I tried and helped, and well, he motioned to his face. I fell through a hole and ended up needing help getting out of there. What the hell? It exploded! What? But you're alright, I asked. He nodded. Yeah, I took painkillers last night and they knocked me out for a while. His cheeks reddened with embarrassment. Sorry I didn't pick you up. Mate, that's the least of our worries, Cher grunted, settling back. Etienne's eyes narrowed as she put her feet up on his bed. Like cats and dogs, these two. Do you know how to decipher your old man's codes? She asked. Etienne looked at me puzzled, so I drew the diary out of my pocket. Sharon just figured out how to open your father's diary, I said, but it's in code. Of course it is, he said, his eyes fixed greedily on the book. I passed it into his grasping hands and he flipped it open and then swore. My heart sank. What should I ask? Who should I ask for help instead, I asked. Oh, I can translate the code into words and numbers for you, said Etienne. But this is one of Dad's favorite codes, but it'll take a long time and a graphic calculator, and even after that, you'd need a scientist to actually make any sense of it. But you can transcribe it, I said, desperate for good news. Certainly, he said, his hands tightening on the overstuffed book. I used to have to figure out notes in this code before Dad let me eat breakfast. Oh, man, that's fucked up. Now, that's fucked up. What a brilliant teaching method! Modi, we have two different thoughts. Okay, we have two different thoughts. I flushed and shook my wrist to try to make Modi shut up. Can you teach me the code so it can be interpreted more efficiently? Etienne slowly unclenched his jaw. No, I can't teach it to you. The code has different levels and it uses various keys on different pages. The keys are all related to family events. He flipped forward a few pages. See, there's me. I looked, but I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. I don't see it at all. Yes, sure, I see it. I'm not stupid. Etienne grinned at my confusion. The fish in the margin isn't a fish. It's the Greek letter alpha, the first letter which Dad often used to mean me as his firstborn. Oh, I said. So on the pages with an alpha scribble, the key is your name. He shook his head. It depends. This one looks like the key is 5th June 1987. Your birthday, I guessed. He shook his head again, casting a triumphant look at the silent Modi. That was the day of my first scientific experiment. What the hell? Really? I said. But you can't have been very old. Barely walking, he said. What the fuck? And you was already performing science? Oh no. He relaxed, remembering the story. I wasn't fast enough to catch the dog, so I dragged his food dish next to my toy box and waited. When that didn't lure him in, I tried putting his favorite toy there. No dice, but at that point, Dad started filming it. Etienne shook his head. You can hear Mom on the tape telling him that it's not a documentary, it's his son. He sighed. Finally, I tried the dog's food again, but this time when he came and saw me waiting for him, I started eating the food myself. He came over and licked it off my face, and we got on fine after that. Mom never forgave Dad for letting me eat dog food, though. What? Wow, I said. Yeah, said Etienne. The other codes are all stuff like that. Stuff a computer could never figure out. Your human relationships are extremely complicated. You damn right. I suppose they are, said Etienne, but in any case, I better get transcribing. I nodded. In the meantime, Sharon and I will go chat with the Aetherites. Where can we find them? Etienne shook his head sadly. I'm not sure how many survived, he said, voice breaking. Oh. That's not good. Tell us where to start. We'll figure it out. You can count on us. Tell us where to start, at least. A hospital, probably. Can we take a step back, mates? Sharon said, rubbing her forehead. What exactly happened, and who are the Aetherites? Etienne took a deep breath. They are a secret cult of scientists from the 14th century. My dad was one of them. They believe that there's an invisible substance in the air called aether. The first time I heard about aether was literally back when Minecraft was in beta and I downloaded the aether mod. Oh, Jesus Christ. But now I know what aether is. So, yeah. Apparently our minds are connected to the aether, he continued, and so is everything else. They call this connection between our minds and the others, and the aether, a resonance. Sharon gave him a blank stare. Look, I wouldn't put any stock in that if my father didn't believe there was something there, he grunted, twisting in his chair. Basically, it bolts down to the theory that because we're all connected via this resonance, we can all affect one another. So, they're crazy, but they're also crazy smart, I concluded in Etienne's side. Yeah, pretty much. But your old geezer liked him, Sharon asked. He's what led them here, yeah. Tell me about the attack, I prompted, wincing as I looked at his injuries. Modi must be thinking the same thing. Teacher, I believe Mr. Etienne's ribs are cracked. Oh, hell no. Y'all, hey, son of a, man, I should have gone to freaking Tokyo first. Maybe I could have helped him with the bomb. Well, we'll see. We'll see in the next playthrough. We'll see in the next playthrough is what we'll see. Oh my good lord. If he hasn't yet, he should receive medical attention. It was my turn to give Etienne a blank stare. I'm fine, he grumbled. Demand he goes straight to the hospital. Let it go for now. He probably has a good reason for not going to the hospital. So I'm gonna let it go for right now. Etienne took a deep breath. I was trying to find Victor Santiago, he explained. I didn't want to leave the rest of the scientists, but staying around and waiting for him to pick us off one by one wasn't working out. I suppose the cops couldn't help? Sharon asked. They tried, but number 5 wasn't an ordinary building. There were at least 3 secret entrances, probably more I don't know about. From the outside, it looked like it had 40 floors, but it actually had 45, plus a few more underground. Sharon looked at me. I hate paranoid smart people with too much money. Where are they now? I asked. He sighed. The Aetherites fled before the explosion. Wong left me a message that basically said they'll call when they were ready. Wong's okay? I felt a strange lightening in my chest. It was nice to know someone was still kicking out there. As far as I know, the Ka group, some equally weird people, also took off. My father was also working with them under my mother's name, Amala. Or Amala. I don't know. I don't know. Why can I not say that right now? I shook my head. Professor Soul was going to be the death of me, which I guess was fair seeing as I was the death of him. Oh, damn. The others were scattered. I don't know. After I was pulled out and treated, I checked in here and, well, here you are. Here I was, but what could I do to help? Suddenly, someone knocked at the door. Pull out the gats. Pull out the gats. It's Santiago. Pull out the gats. Etienne reached for his gun on the bedside table. Get that gun and keep it aimed at the door. Give me the gun, I'll answer the door. Etienne handed the weapon to me and I hid the barrel in my jacket pocket. Yeah! Yeah, I got the gun again. I opened the room door slowly. A steely-eyed woman stood on the other side of the door. She was radiating with absolute authority, which made her seem like she was in her mid-30s. Oh, does Etienne know this woman? Please, Etienne, know this woman. Please. Although, based on her smooth skin and jet black hair, I revised my estimate of her age to somewhere in the 20s. I raised an eyebrow. Can I help you? She showed me the gun she had in her purse. Hey, well, I got a gun too, missy. Here you go, Missy Elliott. I got a gun too. Tell me what you've done with Etienne or I'll shoot you. Hey, you tell me what you want to do with Etienne and I'll shoot you. You don't go in here and you don't touch him, okay? I don't care who you is. You ain't gonna threaten me with a gun. I threaten you with a gun. That's how it works in these streets. I gulped. Damn it. The gun got me. The gun got me. The gun got me. Etienne grabbed my shoulder, pulling me back. It's alright. This is Mr. Oh my good. Miss Inomoto. Or Matron from number 5. She's a friend. She strode in and I closed the door quickly. Etienne didn't embrace the stern woman, but it looked like he wanted to. Oh, Etienne, you found you someone. Hey, this was good. Hey, this was good in these streets. Matron, I didn't expect to see you, he said, looking her over for injuries. Apart from a cast on her arm, she looked okay. You said you knew who this Victor Santiago was, she started. Tell me where I can find him so I can kill him. Get in line, Sharon scoffed. Sharon, I agree with what you did, okay? But let me do that, okay? She's the one that aimed the gun at me. I got a gun aimed at me, okay? Or at least she tried to threaten me with a gun. Man, I should have just shot her. I should have just... bah! Yeah, just get it right there. Arrest. Etienne growled. We're going to arrest him. It was times like these I was reminded that Etienne was a Canadian law enforcement officer. For some reason I was glad he hadn't changed. Excellent. Happy family's here. Sorry, why didn't you get blown up? Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We are doing it. Yes. I shouldn't be alive, she spat at me. I should be dead like my sister. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Damn it. Tears started streaming down her face and Etienne guided her to the bed to sit. I did too. Sharon stood and leaned close to whisper in my ear. I don't do well with the crying ones. I'm going back to the room to check on Chrissy. Call me if anything interesting happens. She left quickly with Etienne glaring at her back. I made eyes at him to be nice and then focused on Matron. When the bomb went off, I was outside the police. I wouldn't let them take me from my office, so they arrested me for obstruction. That's obscene, I scoffed. Etienne made similar objections, but with more cussing. I might have tried to stab one of them, she confessed. Matron, how many did we lose? Etienne asked softly, her eyes shining with moisture. She looked at him. Dozens. I couldn't help them. I couldn't help my sister, and now so many people are dead. She crumpled into tears. Etienne patted her awkwardly on the back and made soothing noises. It took a while, but Etienne managed to calm her. He eventually explained who I was, and she looked at me with interest. What? Hey! You don't look at me like that. You threatened me with a gun. I'm gonna remember that. I cleared my throat. I know now probably isn't the right time, but... Etienne shot me a warning glance. Oh no. What? Are you hungry? I don't want to make Etienne mad, so I'm gonna just say, are you hungry? Matron scoffed. You didn't cover that up very well, she sniffed. You might as well ask what you wanted to in the first place. Damn it! Etienne rolled his eyes. So much for that. What did your scientists know, I asked, about the sun? Etienne ticked off each scientist's faction on his fingers as Matron mentioned them. The geologist insisted the sun. Oh my good lord! The geologist insisted the Earth is fundamentally unchanged. The Aetherites are obsessed with the idea that Aether is real and had no opinions on the sun, which I would dismiss as nonsense, except my father clearly thought the Aetherites had value, given he was one of them, added Etienne. I nodded, unsure whether or not I agreed. And the astronomers are presumably enjoying more relevance. Oh my god. I struggled with that. Relevance than they've had since the 60s. Have I missed anyone? The 100th Day Group, said Etienne, who are also death obsessed but whose primary goal seems to be to eliminate brilliant scientists. Matron nodded. The astronomers are desperate for funding. They are well aware that the practical aspects of their work are extremely expensive and literally out of sight and therefore out of mind. This is their one chance for I keep on saying relevance. That's rather cynical, Etienne commented. Matron shrugged. But they're right. If anyone could save the Earth, it's probably them, but space doesn't have the same luster it used to. Do you think the lack of astronomy funding led to the sun outage issue? I asked. Not at all, she said, but I do have a juicy bit of info on the astronomers that you're going to love. Go on, I said. They have a theory about what happened when the sun went out, and they're devoting all their resources to exploring whether it might be true. What is it? Go on, I said again. Time travel. What? She said. The stars changed when the sun went out, so they're looking into time travel as an explanation, and they're terrified their general public will find out. Well, they were. Well, it's not the craziest thing I've heard. It's up there. Well, yeah, I heard vampire, so it's not the craziest heard. Matron shrugged, blowing her nose on a tissue that Etienne helpfully passed her. I'd have to see more data. I don't know if you've had much chance to work with scientists, but they can be quite paranoid. I didn't see much raw information. I looked at Etienne, who fought a smile, knowing that I was thinking of his father. Yes, I've heard, I murmured. She looked at Etienne, eyes dry once more. You don't know where Victor is, do you? Etienne shook his head sadly. No, I don't. She sniffed once more and then stood, leaving the room without another word. Etienne sighed, holding his ribs carefully. I have her number. I'll check on her later. What do you want to do next? I asked, knowing that whatever it was, he shouldn't be doing it, even if I had to lock him in this room myself. I thought I might go on a romantic cruise before rock climbing and bungee jumping, he said sarcastically, obviously reading my mind. With a wiggle of his eyebrows, he continued, Care to join me? You know, I'm about to just fake flirt with this guy. I'm gonna be flirting with him, and then I'm gonna go for Sharon. A romantic getaway with you? Be still, my heart. In the end, Etienne decided it was best if he rested up for a while longer, after I'd yelled at him for a while. He gave me the number of a geologist named Mickey, who he'd become friends with at number 5. Okay. That's became, I was, whatever. I reunited with Sharon in our room and told her what had happened. So we've got nothing, she concluded, as we made our way through the lobby. Not any clues as to why or how this is happening, and no idea where Victor is now. I tried to argue, but I couldn't find the words. That's what I was feeling too. We left the hotel and hailed a taxi in the pouring rain. It took forever, and Sharon cursed more than once that I hadn't let her get a rental. I had the driver take us as close to number 5 as I could, and we walked from there, quickly becoming drenched. It was a relief to step into a coffee shop across the road from the destroyed building, miraculously unharmed and still open for business. What the hell? Across the road, emergency workers were still sifting through the rubble, whether trying to find bodies or just clearing up. I didn't know. Sharon wrinkled her nose. I can hear the phone ringing. Is that the phone? I don't know if that was the phone or not, but I thought I heard it. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? She murmured so the other patrons of the coffee store wouldn't hear. It's horrible, Sharon. People died. Stare at her. Well, this is gonna be my last choice because it's basically the end of the video. So, it's horrible, Sharon. People died. Okay. That's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.